Alright, here I go. So to get on, it's pretty simple. Take one foot, put it on, 2 hands. Now in the show, you won't do this, but this is in practice. In the show, the barrel will be below you, so you can just step on. Now once you're on, beginners, a lot of times, you can put one foot forward and the other backwards. So now I have my right foot backwards, and you can use your right foot to actually carry the barrel forwards. And you're going to always have one foot ahead of the other. When you get better, you're actually going to walk. Now I have this tent in the way. But that's the trick, and sometimes you can go backwards. So there's really multiple different techniques. Sometimes you'll see some of the Japanese athletes go sideways. You know, I've tried it, but I haven't done as well. And then if you're ever in trouble on the barrel roll, like if you're wobbling, I have seen people in American Ninja Warrior 2, they would actually let the barrel roll, then jump to it and jump off the barrel. They wouldn't actually stand on it. You can actually jump forward really far. You just want to make sure that the barrel doesn't slip behind you. You want to get a front plant and push off the barrel without having your feet move backwards like this. And you can pretty much jump half the distance of the barrel and grab the rope at the other end. So that's how you do it. So for anyone who's curious how to build a balance tank, there's a few different tricks. Now the simplest way is if you can find a barrel. I found this pretty much in the woods, in the middle of a bunch of trees. They're even denser than this, and I dragged it for like 6 miles in the pouring rain through here with my friend. So that was kind of a cool experience. So you can find like a barrel that works. So the second way I thought of making the balance tank is what I call the tire method. And what you're doing is you take a bunch of tires and you would stack them on top of each other, fasten them together, and you'd be able to stand on top of it and roll, assuming the tires don't collapse under your weight, which they shouldn't. So what you would do is you would take 5 or 6 tires. And you know how a tire is like a small cylinder, and you have like the rounded side, and then there's the 2 rubber pieces which you make out each end. So you got your circle, your top and bottom rubber piece. You would take 2 tires, put them next to each other, and you take the inner rubber pieces on each one, and you drill a hole through them and bolt them together. So you have one tire, and then another tire, and they're now bolted together with the inside rubber piece, so you can't pull them apart. And you do that for all the tires, and that would be what you would do to make the balance tank. The third way I've thought of would be to actually build it. So you would need like a long flat piece of circular wood. You would just cut it in a circular shape, and you take 2 of those to represent each end, and then take a bunch of like 2x4s and long ones, and you'd have one piece of flat wood here, another one here, and the 2x4s would just stretch around each side. So, you know, it would look, there would be little gaps, you'd be able to see through it, but it should be able to work. So those are the 3 ways you can get yourself a balance tank. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. One more thing, please leave me a comment or like. I always love when people leave me comments, and I'll always respond to your comments. So thank you. Also, Remember, subscribe.